Something weird that I've never used normally. Oh yeah, this one's got the tankers on it. Oh.
What do I want to eat? Do I really want time fuse and 6-inchers? Not really.
I mean, it's useful. Take some. Left.
The damn Germans get no ammo, do they?
Nope.
And then just shove all the 37 on Universal and spawn behind you.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
Why did I take torpedoes?
Yeah, they're kind of a liability now.
Because I know they're a death sentence. I also see torps next to that right-hand destroyer.
I'm shooting the
Left one.
German.
Let's see, first salvo fired in anger in a month or so. And I hit it and didn't do anything. Why aren't my torps launching? Thank you.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. The enemy has captured most of the strategic zones.
There's a Sumner or something. Summers? Which one's the one with 4 turrets?
Summers or Porter, if the twin single-purpose mounts.
Oh, he's pretty beat up though.
What is hitting me so hard on the left? Oh, there's a boat. Finally. There's torpedoes inbound from that boat.
There's a cruiser thing over here.
This destroyer that you were talking about, I think maybe, in their enemy spawn, is a Moffat.
The green
and then
thing.
If it's green, that's probably not good.
It's like
Oh,
a 4 turreted.
That's Italian.
That's an Attilio.
Oh, there's a plane. That poor plane, the amount of 37 mil going up.
Allied forces have captured a zone. Allied forces have captured a zone.
Oh, there's like 3 enemies just to the right of me. That's not good.
Yeah, I'm shooting them off it.
I think the The tense of your sentence was off. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to B in a jag.
Well, I don't really feel like taking an H6 in this environment.
H6 is kind of suicide.
Well, planes in general in Naval are, which is a good thing, but...
What was the drone thing people were talking about?
In the future tank thing, there's drones.
Like, how did they work?
I have no idea. I haven't even looked because I think it's stupid.
Well, I mean, it's the April Fool event, of course it's stupid.
Well, I've had a look at all the previous April Fool's
What the fuck
events.
is up with War Thunder? Keeps micro freezing. Like, all the damn time. It changed something. I can hardly play like this.
Enemy forces have captured the zone.
Oh look, Leipzig detonated the Karl Galster. You say a Regolo's a cruiser?
It's an unarmored cruiser.
Should I use Common on it?
It's got no armor.
Eh.
Like, none.
Hmm.
I think it has like 8mm of turret armor, and that's it, or something stupid like that.
Huh. RLWC bloke. Oh, it's another Regolo.
Oh, I'll use a backup jag. I need to spade this thing anyway. Try not to waste my backup thingies.
No cheeky bricky donkey. Just me being
So-
retarded. Don't mind it. So, yeah. I've been playing the Sayeta because it's fixed.
And Trek was getting exploded by the Sayeta because it's fixed.
Yeah, it's doing AA again.
Yeah, well, it's definitely of limited usability, though.
Bloody
Because of the reload problem and the fact that the PR problem.
I wouldn't say it's basically a Freccia. I mean, it can't be that bad.
Well, did you forget that the Frigia got kind of cucked at 4.7?
Wait,
Kind of. The problem being that your main feature is only really accessible if you run a cap point.
Oh, that's an actual Italian cruiser. Yeah.
there's a
Also,
big scary thing over on C.
aside from the absurdly low BR of the Yugor, is there any redeeming feature for it?
I
What,
mean,
what BR is
it's
it?
a Fletcher, that 4.0 with one
It's
less
4.0.
turret. Yeah.
Yes.
They've decided it's equivalent to Farragut, even though it has 10
So it's the
Bofors
best
guns.
destroyer in the game.
It's the
now.
best destroyer, and it has no torpedoes.
Oh no, doesn't have any death bombs. I
It
mean,
has-
it'll still see a lot of 4.3 and 4.7 and stuff. So
Yeah. The thing
I mean,
is,
it basically cannot see 5357 and anything above, so
Yeah, it can't see
do
scary
torpedo even
cruisers.
matter?
But the thing is that it'll absolutely melt things in actual destroyer range. My face. This Italian cruiser has decided it wants to eat me. Say cruiser. I don't even know what this is.
I'm just gonna return to hangar. Hangar, fuck it. Yeah, this set is just... Depending on the map you get, it's just not fun.
Well,
I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not fun.
I mean, the same could be said of Hugo. Oh, RHE 111 killed a 109. Oh, that's an Etna that I was getting shot at by. Right.
Also, just wanted to tell you guys that Gaijin has been extremely evil with this event.
Well, yeah, they've given Germany a free Phantom.
Oh no, I'm not referring to that. I'm saying that, you know, like the two events like the 2077 and the Furfag aircraft nest,
That I'm not
they
touching.
they both have rewards. Like you can get like nice profile pictures
Right.
and like badges and shit. But if you want them, you gotta play that event a lot. But playing that event, you will not get any boxes for
I thought
the...
it did, as soon because the first vehicle's rank 2, which doesn't count, but the later vehicles do count.
I tried with a friend and maybe it was early
probably
glitch,
won't
but
count.
so far we didn't get any on either the tank event and the Furfag event.
Did you get the second plane?
Yes, I do have the tier 3 plane and we tried with this one.
Guess I'd be more impressed if it did count.
So basically what that means is if you want the rewards for the other two event, well, you're not making any progress towards the grind event.
Yeah. Naturally. Well,
So that's evil.
the only one I'm actually going to bother trying to get's the Destroyer, because I'm not going to succeed at getting the stupid German Phantom, and even if I was, would I actually consider using the thing? I don't know.
Is it
I
it's
know.
not premium, is it?
No, it's
No.
it's a pack vehicle, though it's listed as.
Motor aus.
But personally, I'll just get it, put a talisman on it, and use it to get all German jets, because I kind of stopped at the Horden 229.
What the fuck is up with this lag? This is.
Oh yeah,
this is
the
too
servers, the servers are just committing suicide.
much. The fuck is? Are we on? What's your ping, Joram?
25.
So it's not
So it's
US
Europe.
server then.
No, it's every single War Thunder server just keeps dying repeatedly. Because of the excessive load with the two events and the,
3
I guess,
events.
Circles players.
3 events.
I'm getting lots of like 1 second freezes. It's infuriating.
I'm not.
I think they've changed something internally as well, not just servers.
Hmm.
Because I noticed it like a week ago in planes or something.
Hello there.
Ah, I've got 2 different sized bombs for some reason.
I have 8 identically sized bombs.
Oh yeah, something I forgot. Do the Americans get the 2,000-pound bomb on the Phantom? Because
Yeah,
the Germans
3 of
do.
them. Yeah, the F4F has exactly the same payloads as the American F4E, except for no Sparrows.
Huh.
That reminds me, I got the A7 today.
Oh no, not the
Okay,
exact
so-
same load. It doesn't get the center line minigun. Like the center line gun pod.
No?
Yeah, but it's got an internal gun.
Yeah, the gun pod's kind of irrelevant.
Oh, yeah, I got the A4 today, that's what I meant.
The E?
The squadron.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm getting camped. That's just fun.
Ow. I'm hoping you can take some flak off of me, but... Well, there went that hope.
And victory will be ours.
Also, it's kind of
and then
hilarious
just-
in the plane event how many furry names you can see.
It's almost like the furries are playing the furry mode.
Yep.
It's I kind of like that game mode. It's kind of fun.
It makes me want to puke because it's just too fast for me.
Yeah, it's kind of fast, but I do like the dodging around islands bit.
Oh,
Dodging in and out of the holes and the floating
it-
islands is kind of cool.
It's just that if you roll whilst hitting the elevator, you basically drift and you can instant turn. Plus the server lags, getting hits can be outright impossible.
Oh, I can't hit shit, but then I can never hit shit in arcade. Wait, why the fuck?
I
Understood.
reckon it's really
32
a
bombs.
nice idea. I just suffer.
My god, got the wrong loadout.
as soon as I got into a position where I was going to bomb 2 ships, both of them were shot out from under me.
Oh lord, I love getting revenge cast. That's just fun.
Well, there's a challenge for it now.
Got fucking bombed by an A6 M5 with my ZTZ96 and couldn't do a thing.
Fun.
Oh, we didn't get teamwork. I did kind of stop paying attention. Do you want
Well-
to join us in ships?
I mean, maybe later. I'm kind of trying to get progress on my Chinese tree. You know, China. Fucking garbage. Because, they have a really strong challenger syndrome. Where basically their turret is really good, but you can still pen the top side of the turret weirdly. So you can still get the crew, even though you cannot pen the turret itself. It has a massive weak spot for the lower glacis, which is 80 millimeters barely angled. So most SPAs will kill you from the front. Its side is basically non-armored, just like the Challenger. So you can get killed by M163s, even if you're angled.
There's new
And it's-
packs.
And it's horribly slow, so it's basically a Chinese Challenger. However, just like the Challenger, it also has a really nice round.
Hmm.
So it's not that bad, it's just not really enjoyable.
So from now until the 5th at noon, original bundles with discount.
Let's see. I don't care about that one.
So you can get for €50 the Dora, Typhoon, Peshka, US Pacific, Japanese Pacific, Miracle Snail, and Strong Role Model title.
That one is weird to me because I've already got the Dora and the Typhoon, and I do have the 2 campaigns, but I got them off Steam, so it's not taking the price off.
Mm.
Huh.
So
That's
mine's
weird. You can maybe write a message to the support? No?
no, I don't want it, so it doesn't matter. But it's 25 for just the Peshka pack, basically.
Dumb. Let's
Oh, also they
go-
changed the P38 you get since I got it.
Yeah, because they've removed that one from existence.
Yes, that's probably why it's all fucked up. Also
I'm
the Steam
going-
thing.
Zielen in der Luft
Well,
und
I
auf
mean, you
dem
can
Wasser.
see where I am.
I'm going down the left. No, I can't. Yeah, now I can. Means we'll avoid cruisers a bit.
What do you mean 16-second repair? Oh, I'm gonna get killed by an XM1. I fucking love XM1s.
You love everything, Nath.
Yeah. Especially if it's premium.
So what's this
Oh.
got?
Trick.
Mhm.
Bearing 197.5.
9. Oh yeah, the thing.
I was just done repairing my track, the XM1 got it again.
Aw. And then if I wanted the tank heavy armor bundle thing, it would be €34 because it's the Panzer 470A, the KV-1E, a premium T-3441, the Panzer 1, the Panzer 2H thing, the Sonderkraft Fahrzeug 141, which I've got, and then the T-26. Bearing in mind that would also come with
Yeah.
what, 2, 4, 5, 6, 6500 GE?
Oh, and a load of premium time as well.
6500 GE and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of premium.
Yeah, if I cared about any of the vehicles, I might be interested.
Hmm.
Ooh, there's some kind of light show going off over there. Seriously, what the fuck is with this stuttering?
It's the servers.
I don't
and
know.
you-
I don't think it is the server because it's been a problem for like a week or so.
Yeah, and it's been getting worse since the update.
I was gonna say, have you checked your install and everything?
Yeah, not lately, but. Hmm.
Apparently the overpressure is broken, but I personally tried it and didn't do shit with the AVRA, so I don't know what's happening. Maybe
The
that's
AVRE
something-
doesn't get it, does it?
It got it on the dev server.
But it doesn't penetrate.
What do you mean?
Well, Hesh doesn't penetrate. It
No,
does
but-
weird shit.
The whole pressure damage mechanic is dumb in the first place because, as it turns out, people aren't very good at, or air isn't very good at being transmitting shockwaves because it's compressible. So basically, it goes dong on the hull of the tank. The majority of the energy is dissipated by it having to go dong on the hull of the tank,
Why are
and
you
everybody
shooting in the air,
inside
you
has a bit of a
fucking
headache.
turret?
Boat.
No, my turret. Like, I aim it,
Oh.
and then I shoot, and it's aiming in the sky for some reason.
Of course, I had a perfect shot on a corpse.
Which one are you shooting at, left or right?
I don't know. I can only see the I see the left one now, but I'm
The
shooting
left
at the
one's
right
probably a
one.
better target.
What the blazes? I swear I just saw like a pair of torpedoes fly over your head.
Yep. That just happened now.
Good to
Flying
know.
torpedoes?
I think it's something to do with, like, being part of a ship, but displaying, like, a mile away from where they should.
Now that I think about it, overpressure should basically make most light vehicles way more playable.
You mean less because Gaijin are implementing it backwards so that a vehicle that is an open box is considered to hold pressure more than a closed one.
No, but by that I mean that basically hitting a track will not guarantee the thing to die anymore.
No, but hitting an M36 in the transmission case with a 50 mil HE shell will kill everyone inside it.
Well,
Did you not see that clip?
I have to watch it. Which clip?
There was a Twitch clip posted of some French streamer shouting because, hello, they were testing the pressure damage, and one of them was in a Puma, one of them was in an M36 Jackson. The Frenchman streaming was in the Jackson. He got shot in the transmission case by a Puma twice, and it killed everybody in the tank.
Oh, isn't
Okay,
that
it does sound
logical?
completely ass backwards.
Yeah. Say again?
I mean, wouldn't that be logical if, let's say, you know, if shrapnel goes all over the tank?
A 50mm shell. That's a 2-inch shell. We're talking something about the size of a lime.
Okay,
It's basically-
it's like
basically-
a bullet.
Basically, a grenade exploding outside of a tank.
Is
It's
killing
not
people.
supposed to kill the tank.
I see. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that in like in light tanks, like trucks and things like that.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a bug.
No, it's just they've got this whole implementation completely backwards.
Okay,
It-
how should this work?
Okay, pressure transmits best through hard, or pressure waves that they're talking about. Waves in general transmit best through hard solids, i.e., things like steel or water, which isn't a solid but is incompressible for engineering purposes. It doesn't go very well through air or people, because whilst people are mostly water relative to, you know, a tank, they're pretty squishy and compressible.
Yeah, but that's why people die in accidents. All the force then goes from car to them because they are very squishy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is a 2-inch wide shell, you know, something that is the size of a lemon or a lime going off next to them outside of a tank, when we're talking an open-topped vehicle, so there is nowhere for pressure to concentrate.
Maybe
know,
they're
you-
just
you put a
combining
lid on a
pressure
pot to
and
boil water.
shrapnel into the same concept.
Well, please explain. I didn't hear this from Trick.
Trick says
You
they're
know,
combining
from
shrapnel and pressure,
yeah, I think they're doing that.
which
I
is
believe
dumb.
that's the case. Well, look, it makes sense. For example, if you hit a tank, let's
But
say
it
in a
doesn't
wall,
make sense.
that you should have injured or dead crew.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense when you have a 50mm HE shell killing 5 men when it doesn't have the capacity to penetrate the front of the tank in the first
Le-
place.
Actually,
Yeah,
I have a
that's
simple
true.
way.
Yeah.
I have a very simple way to basically simplify everything. If a 50mm HE shell was enough to kill the crew of an entire tank without penetrating it,
Why
why
would they
would
have 3-inch
anti-tank
shells?
guns even exist?
Yeah, and why would they have bigger
that's
guns?
that's the point. Yeah, that's a good point. Why would you have high velocity when you can have any kind of high explosive shell?
Yeah, the point being that it didn't do shit.
Point being, why would the M36 Jackson that we're using as the target of our statement here even exist if its gun was
Okay,
not needed?
I'm a very stupid. Why would HE even exist in this game?
Why does HE exist? Because HE does work against light vehicles. The whole point of HE is that you
Trucks.
blast plates apart, right? Or if you have a big
Yeah, I
enough HE,
understand that, but why would you make
There's a destroyer
HE in
ahead
the
of us.
game as a main?
Oh, it's an Agano. That's not a destroyer.
Sorry, as a main shell in anything. I mean, ships included.
well, for ships it's a main shell just because you're talking big shells. You know?
Yeah, and also you're talking not so thick steel as well.
Yeah, for the most part. Because, yeah, that's what common shells were for. For
Yeah, but
thinly
the
armored
problem
areas.
is there are some
no
sort
doubt.
of ships, types of ships that can't be hurt by it. And
Excuse
they
me
make
as my
things
ship sinks in 2 seconds.
Never mind.
Okay, so watching a video about with someone using the Shia shotgun, it appears to be extremely deadly now.
I'm regretting playing this.
Interesting.
Okay, what the fuck is this?
I think that might
Hello?
be Hawk's phone. So I come back from hiatus because Naval was pissing me off so much that I stopped playing it, to return to playing Naval, to be pissed off with it within 2 games.
Yeah.
That
That's
does not
what
surprise
under-
me. I wonder how the broom bar fares now. Should be extremely good.
Well, as said, if pressure damage is anything like what it was on Dev, as in, if they haven't made it not stupid, the hesh off of the Avery would one-shot a T-72.
Oh, there's not though, because I mean after the update when they introduced pressure damage on the live server,
That was
like
this
just a
morning.
bit earlier, I tried the AVRE. I shot it at the Tiger 2. I only slightly pinned, got 2 crew members, and did nothing.
I'll test it out after this. I think I'm just going to...
But maybe it's just because the Tiger 2 does not have pressure damage, just like on the dev server. Meaning that we would have to look at tanks that had the pressure damage, such as the Ferdinand.
Which is behind it on the test map anyway.
So I guess I should test that just when I'm done with my match. It should not last long because I'm currently in a set.
Hmm. I'm in a Germany. No, this does not count as a cruiser. Except legally. Actually, what's the displacement to this thing? Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
Sniping a Jaguar with the sight in RB is pretty satisfying, considering how much I despise a Jaguar.
Hmm.
You're in a Saeta. You can't really complain about Jaguars.
I mean, they're still absolute cancer to everything else. You know, me being a cancer does not mean that the other thing is not a cancer.
Yeah, like,
It's just fighting fire with fire.
yeah.
It's just that my fire is a wee bit stronger.
Who better to hunt
I
vampires than
disagree Jaguar as being cancer at all.
Jaguar's pretty good.
Yes, I know, but
Those
I disagree being
L70s
a...
just kill things instantly.
Yeah, but I disagree that it is cancer. I mean, any vehicle then who can then penetrate a little better is a cancer.
Try playing literally any Japanese, any American, any British PTs, and the Jaguar will give you PTSD.
What is PTSD?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Actually, everything will get you that. I mean, Russians gave me that when they became 4.3. They got 4.3 ships too. You couldn't kill that stuff, and even this PG.
Okay, I got
that,
PR-45. That's just fun. I will.
Japanese
You can have a 4.3 viable boat.
Yeah, you have. Russian ships are very good 4.3 boats.
No, but there's Britain.
Does Britain? No,
Oh.
Britain doesn't have any good
No.
boats.
No.
Like, that they could add, I mean.
Um,
I'm not that
That's
kind
so
of
many
fan.
that they have to have like one useful one.
They never bothered with boats that much, though. Because
Well,
they could build
no.
proper ships.
No, but you had a lot of boats, let's say, in Australia that they did bother with. Because
Oh,
even
that new
today,
Australian tank's pretty cool.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
if you,
even today, Australians have a lot of boats. They are boat heavy. You know, for coastline and guard and things like that, patrols.
well, yeah, because Australian customs like being annoying.
Exactly.
Well,
So,
it's just a matter of the country being more focused on defense.
Hmm.
That's something you will find with other smaller nations, such as like Sweden, which has
Germany.
a very heavy coastal fleet.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that Britain could have very interesting boats if you use other countries.
I've just realized something. Why isn't the captain stood on the bridge? Like, there's an open bridge on this ship, so why isn't there anybody on it?
He's too sensible. And you know they don't like they try to avoid external people.
They try and avoid external people, he says, as there's a bloke on the rangefinder on the bridge, there's a guy on the 37 either side of the bridge, there's two blokes on the twin 37s.
There's no wheel on that bridge either.
No, it's not the helm, it's the bridge.
Yeah, people don't know the difference.
That's the spot
These
that you
guys
bomb.
are Russians, so maybe that explains it.
I don't know, I'm talking about a German destroyer.
Yeah, but Russians are actually one who programmed it. So.
I feel like the Saeta is probably much more useful if you over tier it to 6.0,
Yeah, boats are useful at top tier.
because there's gonna be a lot more aerial targets. Okay, I finally pronounced the word correctly. Holy shit.
They are very useful now when you have a lot of battleships.
Because the
You know,
thing
to
is,
protect them.
like, say we get a BB Doom squad and there's just one retard like me in a Saeta. Doesn't that make them basically mortal if they're, say, German BBs and not a Hugo, which is now a powder keg?
Well, it's not even that. It's if there's a bunch of BBs about, you can just go cap the point. It's a,
If there is a point.
yeah, or flank and
As I said, if there is a point, sometimes you have one large point and nothing you can do with small boats. Literally.
yeah, I don't like single point.
So some people in Naval, I don't know if they're just not
Oh,
thinking
hello.
about it or if they're thinking they're funny, but when you spawn in the PT zone and some idiot just starts spamming smoke and blinding everybody, that's not really fun.
Well, usually they do it so they could gain position over you and be first on the list.
Well, I'm understanding Stug's summary of this thing as a support destroyer.
You mean the Yugura?
No, the 1936, the battle pass.
Oh yeah, definitely, because it does not really add
Because
enough
I haven't gotten
firepower.
a single kill.
Well, he doesn't have the fire rate to secure kills, I guess.
It's not even that. It's I can't hit a damned boat. I can't hit a plane. And anytime I hit a ship, somebody else kills it.
Probably not hit a plane. It's great at killing planes.
Well, tell that to the fact that every time I shoot at a plane, somebody else kills it. Like you.
Yeah, the trick of playing with that boat is actually playing with secondaries, not in primary guns.
I wonder if these tankers are in the tournament maps.
They are probably, but why would you? I mean, why would you sacrifice this event for 100 gold eagles?
No, he's asking that because it could potentially affect the tournament because it's now positioned between two islands blocking a route.
Let me see. I'm having a problem with War Thunder the whole day today. Their page is just messed up.
Yep.
You need to go to the Internet Explorer, then it works.
That's a BV. Suicide charging that German destroyer.
I saw
That doesn't
BB
sound very smart.
decap a point the
Never
other day.
mind. That is a BB with no wings tumbling out of the sky. On fire.
Yeah,
Okay.
that to be expected.
Rick, do you have a third person in boat tournament?
Yes, guy said he was joining, but he was like out, so he couldn't join that second.
Probably not going to play it then, because I don't want to waste a lot of time.
What on earth is going on with...
That makes sense.
Okay, I'm just going to ignore the fact that the bottom of my plane seems to be having shimmering reflections of itself just copy-pasted across it.
What do you
Multiple-
think about this event? I mean, you can't play these things,
I don't care about the dumb modern tank thing, I don't care about the weird furry arcade thing, and I barely care about this grindathon, and that's only because I somewhat want the stupid Japanese Fletcher.
Yeah, get the
Are
Japanese
you going to
Fletcher.
get it?
That's
It's really easy to get.
why I'm here.
Like, to get just one token or whatever is so easy. How long? Is it like a 10-day event or something?
It's until the 12th.
Right.
Well, the event, so it's 11.
I just got insta-sniped by those fucking German DD guns, and the site
Yeah, you're in a fucking boat.
No, I'm trying to have, like, air targets to try to be of some use, but now nobody wants to spawn any plane. At all. Just at all. Nothing.
Oh, there's a plane.
It's fucking infuriating.
Excuse me as I tab out because the event, or yeah, this is less interesting than poking Opsai and Azerlane. And that's an annoying grindathon.
Yeah, but that's the point of the game.
Well, that's an annoying grindathon event thing that is less annoying than this annoying grindathon. Ow.
Anyway, have fun,
Cool.
if that's even possible.
Haha.
Uh,
So,
it's very possible.
If it wasn't for the stuttering,
Yeah, the
A
best way.
box of materials for golden eagles. Super interesting. Now we have loot boxes.
they're not loot
Oh, I'm
boxes.
missing that.
There are loot boxes.
No.
By
Really?
definition.
Because
There are loot boxes. You don't know what it is inside. You pay money for it, and you get materials or something
You
that
don't
you
pay
can
money for them.
assemble or not. Yeah, you do. Golden eagles are money.
Oh, those loot boxes. Oh, that's such a minor thing. I forget they exist. I thought you meant the crafting materials.
Yeah, crafting materials too. You can buy for golden
You
eagles.
can't buy the crafting material boxes.
Yeah, you can.
Where?
Just go and look.
You can like go on the market and buy like parts and shit.
Well.
No. A box with materials for golden eagles.
Yeah, that's on Xbox, isn't it?
Really? No, it doesn't say the Xbox. Oh, PlayStation. Oh, yeah, right. It's the same thing.
What are these sound effects they have added this patch? They're atrocious. Also, German 250 kilo bombs are apparently completely pointless.
Yep.
Why?
Because they don't do anything.
Yeah, Naval has just used the biggest bomb you can get, really.
That is the biggest bomb I can get.
Oh.
Well, I was one-shotted right now with a bomb. American bomb. Very big bomb. And sometimes I get, hit with really big bombs and it doesn't do jack shit.
Hmm. Huh. In 1328, London's Guild of Pepperers was registered as Grossarier,
What?
i.e., those who sell in gross, i.e., grocers.
Okay, so they are gross people?
No,
No, not grocers, just like green grocers. Sell vegetables.
and a gross is a
Ah.
unit. It's 12 dozen.
Well, okay, I understand now. I understand why it's grocery. They're selling things by
Yeah.
12 dozens.
Well,
But your
because-
sign led me to believe there were several green grocers in here.
that's a reference I'm not getting.
It's the
Yeah.
apostrophe thing.
He's calling us salads. Or
Oh, have
something.
you never encountered green grocers apostrophes?
No.
Or
No.
they just don't know where to put the apostrophe.
Apostrophe for what?
But you know how when you have an S and plurals, it's all weird.
Yes, he's, she's, and things
Yes,
like that.
possession is marked by an apostrophe, but plurals are marked by an S. So, if you put the apostrophe before the S, it means belonging to a grocer. If you put an apostrophe after the S, it means belonging to a group of grocers.
Yeah, that's
Really?
the classic example of people using.
I had no idea about that.
It's pretty niche. Doesn't
Is
come
it?
up really.
I mean, it's a pretty basic bit of English grammar, that, but not necessarily
Well, I
something that you
never
would be-
used that in my life. I mean,
Yeah,
I
because
used
when
it-
do you need to talk about several grocers? Like,
Well, not even
Yeah.
that. It's
it doesn't come up.
in what context are you writing in English?
Well,
I mean,
I
when you're
suppose
texting,
various contexts.
You just ignore grammar anyway.
They never heard that there is difference between plural and singular belongings
Hmm.
with apostrophes.
Oh, it's even
Never
better
ever
when
heard
there's weird things like it's.
Yeah,
When it's
because
also a contraction.
it apostrophe s is a contraction of it is,
Yes,
but
I know that.
so for something belonging to it, there is no apostrophe given.
Of course, things can't possess things.
Well, you can.
I mean,
Its
it
color
can be
is
a
red.
part of. Yes, but it can be a part of something, or it can have some kind of adjective, but it can't really possess.
But the contraction takes precedence over the possession, is the point here.
Understand, but you know, logically you can't do it. Doesn't make sense.
Where's this bomber gone? I'm bored and just hunting a bomber.
You're bored and just hunting bombers. So that explains what you're doing while I'm bored and just tabbed out while listening to your plane. And the bright side of the sky is nice.
Hopefully the map won't end before I catch him. I like punishing bombers who try to run away and hide.
Who doesn't? Free SL.
Oh, I've got bloody
ERP.
stock cannon now.
What are you playing? Airplanes?
Naval.
Naval. What BR?
Force 3?
I was playing 3-0, got up tier to 5. Oh. So I stopped playing it.
How? That's
I
impossible.
have no idea.
I don't know.
No,
I
it's
think
not.
I'm gonna
It happened.
finish after this match, I think, because this is boring me to death.
Yep.
Because who'd have thought that spawning, firing a few shots, being on fire, and then flooding instantly would have been a fun experience.
It's very
You
fun
said you wanted to play
experience.
battleships as well.
Did I?
The other day you were like, oh, I could...
Yeah,
some
I
battleships
figured.
or
Well,
whatever.
I've got 7k left on finishing Ikoma, so I figure a match in Hyuga would do it, assuming I actually got a reasonable match.
Oh, where's the edge of this map? No. How's he that far out? Maybe it's not actually... This is like a plane, right? Oh well. Guess I'll see you later, Joram. Let's switch this task out. Oh, they've put a loading screen for that. Fair enough.
Wait, I killed a plane in that match?
Bravo.
Yeah, but then I got 7,000 research, then in that case, why does this still show me as having...
The servers are being weird.
Yeah, the research hasn't applied to my stupid boat. Oh, there it is.
It will come.